We got think. Oh, my bad. Hey, what up, there, everybody watching the Speakeasy Podcast? It's your boy Easy. I'm my man Ash. I'm with Jalen, Chris from NDG. The MGD stands for MMA Debating Group. Hey, what up, everybody watching the Speakeasy Podcast? It's your boy Easy. I'm my man Ash. I'm with Jalen, Chris from NDG. MGD stands for MMA. That's what I was hearing. Are you guys good to go, man? You want to introduce yourself? Want to start with let's start with my man Jalen, because this is originally supposed to be like a you and I type of thing. We're supposed to duke this out one-on-one. You want to introduce yourself?
This is a one-on-one thing, but I definitely appreciate the other outlets in joining in and tapping in as well. But my name is Jalen. I've done a little bit of training as well. Fuse MMA, Sergeant Strikes MMA, been to Mass Gym, been all over basically in MMA gym. That's pretty much it about me. I represent the MMA Debating Group.
That's what's up. And my top right corner, we got my man Asher from MMA Brothers. What up, though?
What's up, bro? My name is Asher. I'm one half of the MMA Brothers. I'm not sure if my brother is going to be hopping on, but my other brother, Daryl, we do this together. We're MMA fans, we're basketball fans, we're UFC fans. So we try to do previews and post fights every single week. And then also in between, we do some news segments or anything that's popping. So Easy hops on whenever he can, and we hop on his podcast too, and we always have these fun chats and fun debates. So I'm always happy to be a part of what Easy's up to. So yep, that's me. You can follow me on Instagram at MMA Brothers Pod.
Then we got my man Chris in the bottom right hand corner. He's also from MMA Debating Group. Chris, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Chris. Only little bit of training I do is BJJ. I just got into it, but I run the group with Jalen and a few other people. This is my first time doing something like this, but I heard my opportunity that I can hop on debate, especially talking about the GOATs of MMA. I got excited, and I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. My man Kirby Birdie said, let's get it. Anybody know who that is? Is he from the group guys from MMA Debating or not?
He don't look familiar to me, but I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm not sure. Is
yeah. So
MDG got 30, almost 30,000 followers on Facebook. If you guys want to join and tap in.
Yes, sir. It's the MMA Debating Group on Facebook. That's like everybody listening to. You guys can all go to Facebook and apply for that one. If you know your shit, don't come on here talking crazy now.
One thing I want to add too. I also have some Muay Thai experience, because I know everybody was talking about like the BJJ and other experiences they have. So I got some good kicks. Just wanted to add that.
Okay. I'm just kidding. I know some BJJ. I did some kickboxing. I just started that shit recently with Tristan Canada. Shout out to the great MMA. You guys can holler at my Instagram. I'm waiting for a couple other people to tune in. So we actually have another guest joining us tonight. His name is Khama Worthy. You guys may know him as a Death Star from UFC. So I'm kind of waiting for him to join. And we also have Baby Hawk from Street Beefs. I've had him on my show before. I don't know if you guys ever checked anything out, but I'm waiting for him too. Shit, man. I mean, let me text Death Star real quick. Actually, speaking of ghosts, man, you guys nervous for Anderson Silva this weekend?
I have a feeling Anderson Silva is getting viciously KO'd this weekend. Like, it's not going to be pretty. Like, if you really like, I know we're going to debate about the GOAT soon, but if you look at Anderson Silva's record, right now, his last win was against Derek Brunson, which was a fight where a lot of people thought he lost. Like, they gave the decision to Brunson, but a lot of people said, like, he got robbed. If you don't count that, if you go back, his last win would be against like Nick Diaz, right? But then that win was overturned because he tested positive for a steroid, whatever it was. So if you go back before that win, you're talking about Stephan Bonner. That was the last time he got a legitimate win with no questions asked. So that was like 8 years ago. Just putting it out there. So, yep. And Uriah Hall is a beast. He's won his last 2 fights. So Anderson Silva, I obviously wish him the best this weekend.
Who was about to speak? I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm texting Kamara. Whoever's going to speak, go ahead and say what's on your mind.
I got to agree with the man, Asher. I think Anderson gets knocked out.
I feel like
I don't know if Jalen was talking.
That's my bad. Look, I'm the point guard.
We
It's
got
my
like a
fault. I'm
slight
supposed to
delay.
pass to the right guy. Let's go
We
with
got a slight delay, yeah. So I was.
Oh, you used to move. Okay, all right. So let's holler at Chris first in response to that. I apologize.
Oh, you're good, man. But I agree with that shit. I think he gets knocked out. I mean, Anderson's 45. I mean, he's coming off some brutal losses. The man, he's not the same Spider we got to know. But I think he's gonna come in with the show, but it might in the end come back to bite him in the ass. You know, Uriah is not somebody to play with. That man's a genetic freak. He got one punch knockout power, proving it. And I mean, he's coming off of, like you said, 2 wins. He's trying to get back in the contendership. I think he comes in and he puts on a show.
How about you, Jalen?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely taking I'm taking Anderson Silva. I honestly feel like Anderson Silva at 45 is a problem for Uriah Hall. Like Uriah Hall was supposed to be the next Anderson Silva. He never really reached that peak. I honestly believe that Gegard Mousasi that first win was not supposed to happen, and that was proven in the second fight. Like I just feel like Uriah Hall is just a place fighter, and it's just levels to this. Anderson Silva at 45 is still a better fighter than Uriah Hall.
Is that just me or is Jalen breaking up a little bit then?
Just a little bit, but I can still hear him.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I made it out.
I will. One of our guests is here. Goes by the name of Khama, or the Death Star. What up, though, man? Welcome to the Speakeasy Podcast.
Man? Yeah, thanks for having me on, brother.
This is my first time doing this kind of like live setting, bro. I just downloaded this thing called StreamYard, and I was like, bro, what a perfect opportunity, man. Then I figured out how to do because we've been talking about you coming on before.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a real quick question for you. Why the name Death Star? Where does that come from?
My first amateur fight, I knocked this guy out, and he looked like his head blew up. And someone said it looked like something from the Death Star, and it just kind of stuck from that and just went on from there. So, and I just like the time once 4 fights in with the nickname, it's kind of like it's your nickname. You got to take it.
God damn, bro! He said blew up like a star.
It did. It was weird.
To...
He had like a weird delay knockout. He fell down and then hit the ground, like sweat shot everywhere, and it looked like his head blew up. So it said it looked like something from the Death Star, and I was like, all right. And someone not even one of my coaches, a fan or somebody said it, and then someone kept repeating it, and then it caught on, and then somehow it turned into the Death Star, and then the rest is history.
Now, did you know you could do that? Did you know you had that kind of KO power before that fight?
No, I mean I just naturally hit hard. I just naturally have just the way I don't really even hit hard. I'm just natural with punching. That's something to just get a lot of people thought I boxed a lot when I was younger, but I'd never boxed before. So it's just I didn't know I had I could hit people hard and stuff, but it just came.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her speak too, but real quick, yeah, because how I found out about you is I was actually rooting for Luis Pena, little team light skin thing, bro, and bro, you ended up tapping him out, man. That was. And you were hyped too, man. I seen that shit. You're like, okay, I don't know.
I didn't see that coming either.
Yeah, a lot of people say, it's an MMA fight, man. Anything happens in MMA fights. That's the fun part of the fight games. Anything happens.
That's what we use that as one of my arguments. Who else we got in here too? I'm just pressing buttons on this thing too, but I got my man Asher. He's I don't know if it's my left or right, but he's where I'm pointing right now. He's from this podcast, MMA Brothers. They're from Toronto, Canada. And my man below him is Chris from the MMA Debating Group. But what we wanted to debate today was GOATs, MMA GOATs.
That's a hard topic, man.
It's been a very sensitive topic, especially after the last pay-per-view.
Yes,
everyone, I think opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one, so that's really. And even if you're part of the majority majority decision. You're just a majority butthole. So it doesn't make you right. It's just your opinion. It's like I get into the GOAT talk, but like for me, the GOAT is fighting this weekend. That's how I see it. I see it as Anderson Silva as the GOAT. Like that's like in his prime. To me, I'm like in his prime. Anderson Silva went up a weight class and fought former world champions. Like,
because he was waiting for that next guy up too. He got bored in that division.
Yeah, I mean, like, and he's like right now, like if it like right now, I would say there's no way, like as in the whole John Jones compared to what's his name, Khabib. Khabib doesn't come close to John Jones in the GOAT status. He doesn't even come close to him. John Jones been world champion for 10 fucking years, doing coke and fucking hookers. Like that's it doesn't matter what he's doing in his personal life. In the fight game, like he's like unreal. Like he hasn't lost, and he's defended his title 14 times. Khabib only defended his title twice. Like, you know what I mean? Like people had time to watch John Jones, watch his style, see what his weaknesses is, and adapt their style to that. Khabib just got to the top and then he quits. Like he's phenomenal, he's unreal, he's a freak of nature, but I wouldn't say he's the GOAT.
Damn. I'm gonna pass off to you guys. I apologize. That's a real cool question because, like, so you do this. You're saying like this. You get paid to like be the fucking Death Star, knock people's heads off, right?
Right.
If a guy you fought, you found out, instead let's say he beat you, and you later found out that he was on like performance enhancing drugs, or he tested positive, or even maybe even before you, like you don't feel a type of way about that? Like you don't feel like you got cheated at all as a competitor?
Nah, because everybody's on steroids. What did Diaz brother tell you? Everyone's finding a way to cheat.
I was just gonna say, Diaz,
everybody's cheating. I mean, like everybody's finding a way to cheat. That's dude. Like okay. So remember when Randy Couture Randy Couture came out of retirement and started beating all those young guys? He was on TRT, right? So does any of that not count? Right? Does Rampage not count? Does Vanderlei Silva in the early days not count? Because they're on, like everybody's finding a way. I mean, it helps to a certain degree, but it really doesn't, man. Like I beat guys I know were on juice before. Big deal. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that doesn't really make. I mean, like yeah, it helps them perform better. But if you really lose and you go, oh well, like well that guy was on, so that's the real reason I lost. Oh, I just got my ass kicked. I take my ass the way they are. But like. I mean, like it helps to a certain degree, but it really doesn't. You know, like because I know, dude. Like, when it comes to $1 million, like fighters are $1 million corporations. We are $1 million corporations. Like our bodies are. And when you have doctors and shit like that, like they're gonna find every loophole they can to make your body perform better. That's just the way it is.
Can I add on to that?
Go ahead.
I just want to say it's always possible. Like he said, he's beating people that he knew was on the juice. Henry Cejudo went out there and made it look easy against TJ, who just looked like an animal, like a beast coming into that fight, and Henry just chopped him up like it was just nothing. Controversial or not to whoever says it, but Henry went out there and he made it look easy. So it's possible. I agree. I think everybody's on something, bro, because there's always a way. Whoever's at it. Until
they figure out what it is, and then they make it illegal. Someone's getting an advantage. That's just the way it is. Until they consider it to be a performance enhancer, then they're like, "Oh, that's illegal," and then guys are like, "Oh shit, I can't take this anymore." Oh, okay, then they have to switch up, and the doctors think on something else, and they like that's just the way it is. Like so. Like I try to make sure like I do my stuff with USADA. I fucking get tested every fucking. They're at my fucking house taking my pee and shit. But that's just, I mean, like it's just part of the game. So I try to make sure I don't put anything in my body. But there's always doctors and stuff trying to give you a way to get the edge, and like you have to make sure it's not cheating and stuff like that. And there's some guys that are okay with doing it. I mean, like it is to me. I'm like it is what it is. Like I would be kind of upset, like, but. Not really, like I wouldn't be trying to take their weight away from them. Like I lost, plain and simple. Like that hit, that kick that DC got to the head, that wasn't steroids. That was a fucking that was skill.
That was skill.
That was a fucking steroids that took them legs away.
Yeah, that was a fucking trap. That wasn't steroids. That was a trap. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the
You
way,
gotta take it off.
that foot sweep that Jones hit him with after that head kick, that was just magical, man. I was just
Yeah,
like,
that was
the fact that you could think
was
of doing
genius.
something like that was so genius. Like head kicks
I've
and
never
these
seen
wobbles,
that
most
before
fighters
that.
would go in for like the finish with the hands or the kicks. This guy foot sweeps him to make him lose control, and then DC just spinning all over the octagon. I was like, whoa, that's some next level fight IQ, you know?
Yeah, that was
Y'all making
that was
me
beautiful.
relive a very tough day in my history. I don't like to think about that day. I don't.
And
I
my
like
bad,
to
guys.
step
I
it out my
actually
mouth.
knocked out my BM. Baby Hawk, did you get to introduce yourself at all?
Oh no. I'm Baby Hulk.
You
Sometimes
good, bro.
I
You good,
speak.
bro. I'm saying partook some. I'm all over the place. This is my man, Baby Hawk from Street Beats, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Apologize for adding you in there. I seen you hop on the camera all swole, right?
But hey everybody, I'm Baby Hulk. You know, I do that fight thing sometimes. I'm not very good at it yet, but you know, trying. Hopefully, make some out of it one day.
Word.
Come on, have you heard of Baby Hawk before?
I think I've seen a couple of his fights on Street Beats because I did an interview with one of the guys from there, and they sent me over a couple of things. I think one of them was his fights.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. You return to the Street Beef arena like next month?
Yep, next month.
I got a
What's up,
question
man?
for Easy, man. Easy.
What's up, man? What up, though, as we say in Detroit?
Why is Nunes missing from this conversation, brother? I don't see Nunes on the graphic, man.
Bro, I'm sexist, bro. I did not know that.
Okay, sorry. Nunes is the real GOAT, but she's a female, and we're sexist, so
She's like the ultimate GOAT. Like this city, no one denies that Nunes is the GOAT. No one denies
Nunes is like she's like fucking Serena Williams. They're like the ultimate athletes, but because they're female, we don't fucking talk. We won't fucking talk about them. Like, and they're like black female dudes, so we really don't fucking talk about them. But if Nunes was a Brazilian dude, she'd be gone. Like, she's defended her title in both divisions. No one else in the UFC have ever done that before. No one talks about that. Like,
Henry was 100%. The closest. Henry was the closest.
But he never defended at the same time. No one defended at the same time.
Yeah, no, not at the same time.
Like, people talk about Conor McGregor, like he never even defended his belt once. He never defended one belt in his entire career in the UFC.
I don't understand. If Conor's in your GOAT, like, I don't see it. Like, I understand, like, he's a great fighter. I'm not going to take anything away. But anybody who ever has him, like, in a top 5 GOATs, that's always hard for me to understand.
Yeah. I'm like, he's a phenomenal
I throw Amanda over a lot. I throw Amanda over a lot of people. You know, she's in my top 5 all day.
See, and here's how I kick it though. Like I keep it real. Like what she done is fucking crazy. And like Kamara said, like just knocking like bitches out cold, like everyone. Ronda Rousey. Fucking like,
no discrimination. Everybody's getting KO'd. You get KO'd. You get KO'd. Everybody's getting KO'd.
Yeah, man. She's like Oprah with these knockouts, man.
She fucking Holly Holm. She Holly Holm, man. She hit Holly Holm with her own shit. I was like, oh shit, she hit her with her own shit. That's nasty, man. Like, that's wicked. Yeah. She hit her with her own shit.
That kick that she sent Ronda, she went around the world, came back.
Like
the MMA women division is so like new that all those fights are like I feel like I feel that's like a lot of the other ones. That's, you know what I'm saying? I feel it's like really like top heavy because like there's some girls like ranked like top like 5 with like 500 records. You know what I'm saying? Like just as many losses as wins. You know?
Yeah,
you're right. The divisions definitely aren't deep, but at the same time, like Amanda Nunes has beat every single UFC champion that there's been. I'm pretty sure. Like she's beat Miesha Tate, she beat Ronda Rousey, she beat Holly Holm, she beat Cyborg, she beat like literally every UFC.
She beat the Bullet too twice.
Yeah, that's right. She beat Shevchenko twice too.
Man.
Yeah,
she beat Valentina, Jermaine Durandamy, Chris Cyborg. She made beating Felicia Spencer look easy, and Chris Cyborg struggled to finish her off.
Yep,
exactly.
Yeah, and so I mean, so like she like beat everyone. Kind of reminds me of a guy on defended, or Habib, undefeated, bro. No matter like what's been his division, no matter what's been put in front of him, He's fucking mauled all of them, bro. All of them.
Can I give my argument first?
What's up?
I said, can I give my argument about that first?
But man, I am giving mine. Oh, it's for Khabib or against him?
For against Khabib. Actually, make your case first. Make your case first.
All right. I'm gonna tag in Jalen right quick. You know what? I'm gonna let Jalen go first because he's been missing from the show a little bit for a bit. He got disconnected. We back live with him. Jalen came out to defend John Jones.
JBJ.
Oh, he might be frozen again. God damn. Well,
You're easy.
Baby
Go
Hulk,
ahead,
who'd
make
you
your
go?
your Khabib.
No,
Yeah,
Baby
wait,
Hulk
wait.
messed me up, man. Go ahead, Baby Hulk.
My
Who'd you go?
bad.
You're good, bro. I get it back. Just wait till the rope. No, I'm playing.
Do you want me to make the case for against him?
No, who's your GOAT?
Oh, my goal. All right. 125, 135, go Demetrius Johnson.
135 too?
Yeah, I mean, he fought the best at 35. He didn't win the title, but he fought for a title at 35. He beat some guys who end up winning at 35, so I count him there too. The reason why he is 30-4, he has the most flyweight finishes, the most flyweight wins, the latest finish in UFC history. And people act like he's retired. That man over there won. He just won a tournament. He's gonna fight for the one flyweight title. Yo, come on. Who Mighty Wisbar? That should be all I have to say. Who's did any type of shit like that? Come on, now. A suplex into an armbar. That's GOAT. That's only the GOAT could do that.
It's some important facts for my man Baby Hulk. Some good wins that he has in his career. They have Miguel Torres, Ian McCall, Ali Begatinov. I don't know how to say. You know what? I don't want to disrespect these men. I don't even know who the hell they are. But he does have Joseph Diaz.
John Dotson twice. Wait. Henry Cejudo, I think he finished him in the first round. Like
finished him. He death starred him. No, he didn't do that.
Finished him.
Like we got
they're just too small.
He's the rising champion.
People be like motherfuckers too small, man. Like fucking they too small.
That's what it is. They don't like a short guy to be doing that, man.
They like everybody be like, oh, they're too fucking small, man. They weigh as much as my leg. They can't be in the GOAT status. They're just too small.
Man, that size is right there.
Okay.
That is sizes, totally sizes.
Asher, who you bring to the table, man? Who'd you go? I actually don't know. As many times as we spoke, I don't know who your GOAT is.
Well, yeah, like if we're talking, obviously, I brought up in Menendez because, like we said, she's the official GOAT, like no questions asked. But if you're talking about the male division, I don't know. To me, like it's Jones, and like we said earlier, like just in terms of the amount of belts that he has, like the number of people that he's gone through. He's been champ since he was 23, which is the youngest UFC champ ever, and he's still doing it, and he's still on his way to possibly get a heavyweight title too. And like once he does that, then there'll be like no debate in my opinion.
That shit. He ain't
Francis
Ngannou gonna cut the hole through his ass. Don't be trying to get past that African nightmare. Don't think about that shit.
You don't give him no shot.
Nope. You better take his skinny. John Jones is my man for sure, but you better take them skinny ass legs back to 205. Instagram, he be like deadlifting and shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dog. You get kicked by one of them heavyweights, and you be sitting there like, oh my god, his legs are too fucking skinny. Like Santos was lighting his legs up when it's like let Francis Ngannou kick your ass once. That's not gonna be fun. Nope. Like nope. Like nah, let like freaking Alistair Overeem kick your legs once. No, that's not gonna be fun at all, dude. You ain't gonna like that shit.
No, about that right now.
He would definitely be.
Them Alistair kicks, man, that just gave me a shiver in the back.
Some heavy ass legs, bro. 60 legs. Get 60-pound back. Wow.
That's like 3 bats. Babe Ruth holding that stack. That's a Francis leg kick.
So, Asher, your GOAT is John Jones.
It's John Jones. So, like, okay, so everybody makes a case for GSP, and like, obviously, I'm just kind of trying to explain why
keep going.
I choose Jones. Okay, so everybody makes a case for GSP, and like obviously one of the goats. He did lose his belt though. Like he did lose twice. He lost to Matt Hughes and he lost to Matt Serra, right? So he did like lose his belt, then he got it back again, which is fine. So he was like a 2-time welterweight champion, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously he beat Bisping at 185. But to be honest, it's like it's Michael Bisping, guys. You know what I mean? Like I'm not hating on Bisping. I'm not hating on Bisping, but like it's not like GSP beat like
Just
an
Michael
Anderson Silva's
But
prime, or stuff like he beat like
technically Bisping is the GOAT because he beat all those motherfuckers with one eye. With one fucking
One eye.
he's been fighting like this, bro. Just like
He got a fucking
you know,
world champion.
Sailor Man.
9A notice. He destroyed Luke.
Even middleweight all time.
With one fucking eye. He beat Anderson Silva with one eye. He was Nick Furying his way to a title and won. That's impressive.
That's fucking sick. Not gonna lie, that's sick.
He came back and beat Dan Anderson with one fucking eye. Like that's super fucking.
That's some legendary shit. Not gonna lie.
Dan Henderson isn't human, man.
On the John debate.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna wrap it up real quick. So GSP, good for him. Like obviously he won belts of 2 divisions, but like I don't know. I just feel like John has done more over his career than what GSP did. And then in terms of Anderson Silva, like obviously with the 16 straight wins, with all those title defenses and all those highlight reel KOs, with Anderson Silva, obviously, it's just hurt his legacy that he continued fighting and he's lost so many times, right? But then again, obviously, MMA fighters and fans know that they're just judging him for that time period when he was in his prime, right? So in terms of careers, obviously, Jones' career right now is looking better. GSP's career looks better than Anderson Silva's just in terms of like how they finished their careers. But I just know that by the end of the day, Jones has maybe like 3 or 4 fights left in his career. And if he gets them done at heavyweight, then there's no debate. Obviously, with the roids thing, you can bring that up as a debate. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? So just in terms of accomplishments, Jones is that guy.
That's my point with him. And one person we haven't hit yet, man. And I don't know how we're going to attack each other, but I just want everybody to get out who the GOAT was. I think my man Chris is repping GSP tonight. That's his GOAT, right? Is that I'm not mistaken?
Oh, yeah. Well, I want to add to that. Untainted, I do got GSP. If we're talking about everything outside what happened, like with John Jones, I think that messes up a little bit of his legacy. But if we're talking untainted, then yeah, I got GSP. Worst thing is the Matt Hughes losses, clearly. He avenged both of those, and he did it beautifully. And then you got the controversial win over Johnny Hendricks. But at the end of the day, the guy proved that you can throw who you want in front of him, and he's gonna get it done. He's gonna find a way. Josh Koscheck said he couldn't wrestle, and he came out there and he proved it twice that he can beat his ass. And that's Division I All-American wrestler. I mean, when you're talking about the list of killers that you put in front of him, the guy made it look effortless at times. He was Khabib before Khabib, but did it longer.
Ain't nobody been Khabib, though.
The only thing was it's how he beat him, though. Like, he beat him boringly. Like, Anderson Silva front kick beat Vitor Belfort. Like, juiced up beat Vitor Belfort. Like, Jesus. TRT beat Vitor Belfort. That was a different story. Like it's like I used to have GSP as my GOAT, but in order to be the GOAT, you can't just win. Like, the guys gotta want to be you, and the girls want to fuck you. Like, that's the thing. Like, you gotta have that aspect about you. And Silva was just like so mysterious, and even now he's losing now, and he'll still say like it's normal. Like, you're just like, yo, this is fucking nuts.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it's
you don't
different.
see him come out and saying, yeah, he'll take a L like a champion. My thing with Silva is, like Asher pointed to earlier, is towards the tail end of his career. I think he should have stopped. I think he should have stopped at the first Weidman kick, but when his leg snapped originally. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, he's still doing his thing. He performed great against Izzy. You know, Izzy's gonna go on to be the 185 king for a while, I think, and he put up a fight against him. But I just think, you know, towards the end, he should have just gave it up instead of taking these L's.
I'll tell you what, as a fighter, I'll tell you, so as fans, people are like, well, why don't you just stop fighting? but it's part of you. It's your identity, right? It's what you, it's how you see yourself. The thing about like most of these guys are retiring now, but you see like Henry Cejudo's always on Twitter, like, oh, I could beat that guy. Because like once you retire, even though you have oogobs of money, like that's all you think about. That's all you want to do. That's all. You don't want to be home with your girl, with your kids, with your fucking car or anything. All you think about is fighting. And then as you go in, especially if you're still training, right? If you're young, you're still training. It's still in front of you. So it's like, it's literally like a nagging thing in the back of your fucking head. Like I had a good talk with Duke Rufus, and he told me the hardest thing is getting old and not competing anymore, like not fighting. He goes, because even if you say, okay, I'm retired, and you go to the gym, you start working, you work with some of the younger guys, and you're like, oh, I'm doing good. Fuck it, I should fight again. So like, and even though you know you can't compete on that high of a level, you still just want to do it because it's all you know how to do. Like, you know, like those old guys that like work in the factory, they never want to fucking retire or some shit. Or that old guy working on Wall Street, he's like 87 years old and he's still going down to Wall Street. He don't need fucking money. That's just what he does. That's the only thing he knows how to do. So with Anderson Silva, that's just what you're seeing. Like, that's why he's just like, it's normal. He's like, I lost. It's okay. Like, he hurts himself. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't need money. Anderson Silva doesn't need. Down in Brazil, he's fucking God. He's fucking Anderson Silva. So he just does it because it keeps him up at night. Like, he doesn't feel like he's alive. Like, I know, like, I'm 34 now, so I know I don't really have that much long left in my career, and I'm dreading the thought of being like 38, 39 and being like, all right, I have to stop, and like I can't compete anymore. And that it's like a drug. You can't get that high anymore, and it's a weird fucking feeling. Right. So I don't think John Jones is actually John Jones is at that point, because John Jones will come on one day and be like, I'll see you guys in a year, man, I'm done. And then he'll come back like the next day and be like, yo, fuck y'all, kill everybody. They don't feel alive unless they're part of the conversation. Like, how many times has Conor McGregor retire and then come back and he's boxing and now he's fighting this? Because it's what we do. Like, that's what makes you feel alive. And if you're not part of that conversation, you feel like you don't exist anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and it sucks because as athletes, when you get old, you cease to exist. As a musician or something, or an actor, you can act until you're late. Like, look at fucking Morgan Freeman's old ass, right? You can act, you get better with it. You get like musical artists, people love to go back and go on tour. Like fucking Soulja Boy's still going on tour and shit, right? Like people like that shit. Yeah. But for athletes, when you start to get old, it's over. Right. But you're still there. You're still that person in your brain. You're still feeling that. You're still like, that's what still things that keep you going. So it's difficult. So I will say that, like, I know everyone's like, oh, Anderson Silva. I used to say this all the time, like he needs to retire, until I talked with Duke Rufus and he kind of like explained to me, like, and he's fought for like Grand Prix kickboxing and all this stuff. And he explained to me how difficult it is to just be like, okay, I'm done competing, like completely separate yourself from it. So, I mean, he says it's his last fight. I hope this is his retirement fight. I pray it is.
Can I just add to what you said? So another example is Dan Hardy. Like I can't remember the last time that he fought. Now he's been in the headlines saying, yeah, I'm coming back. Like he's literally, I thought he made a successful transition away from fighting. Like you see him working with the UFC, like you see him coaching on the side, doing all these different things. It's like, wow, he's done it perfectly. That's how you retire and go away. But now he's like, no, I gotta come back, bro. You know what I mean?
Like, dude, I have so many teammates. Perfect example. I have so many freaking teammates that like stop fighting. And then they come around, they kind of start training, and they'll eat at you. They have good jobs and families and stuff, but in the back of your head, it's like nagging in the back of your fucking head, like, yo, you little get your, and it's like you don't want to get old and have regrets. Like it doesn't matter how much money you have or what your life is. If you if you feel like you didn't do what you were supposed to do or what you had the opportunity to do, it feels bad. And like, I mean, like it's a weird feeling, but like, I completely understand like how it is. And like, that's what's going on with Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy's watching these guys and he's like, I want to take one more fight. I want to fucking fight again. Like it's like, I mean, like, it's just like when you see like guys play football or sports until they get old. You're like, yo, what are you doing? Retire already.
Carter.
Like, yeah, Vince Carter. I mean, fucking my man. Like, I'm in Pittsburgh. Trip Polamalu played football until his knee was like gone and shit. And you're just like, retire. But that's all that they know. And then once they're done, Some young kid comes in and replaces him in 5 years, 3 years. You don't even know him, but that's for forever, for 10 years. That's how they existed. So it eats at them, and it makes you like lose your identity. It's a tough thing to deal with, man.
Chuck
Man,
Liddell.
Khama just described the hunger it takes to be a professional fighter for real. 'Cause you gotta have the desire like that, man, to fucking do that shit. Because you have ups and downs.
Yeah,
Last thing for me, just like Chuck Liddell, how sad was that shit with Tito Ortiz? He got touched with a jab, like the softest punch, bro. The softest punch. Guy was like,
"I'm doing what he loved to do." Okay.
Did you watch the documentary on him? Did you watch the documentary? It was so sad because he goes, "I still have it. I still," and you're just sitting like,
I want to fight John Jones.
Yeah, oh man,
don't need money. He got money. He got a beautiful wife.
De La Hoya mispronouncing his name.
Dude.
That was worse than when De La Hoya mispronounced his name, called him Light Down.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
Yeah, that was
that fight, and like Chuck Liddell's the fucking Iceman. Like he brought MMA mainstream. He's the fucking Iceman. And then he's out there getting touched by fucking Tito Ortiz and like falling apart. And it's not for money. It's just because he wants that feeling. Like he said, he was dead serious when he said he wants to fight John Jones. He probably did some pad work. Someone probably put the right thing in his ear, and he was like, "I'm gonna smoke John Jones. I know if I touch that motherfucker, I could kill him."
He don't have good friends, bro. He don't have no good friends.
It's just how it is. I mean, it's just like right now, like Chris Weidman's like, "Yeah, I can. I'm the worst guy for Izzy," and you're just kind of sitting there like, dude, but like that's just the fighting thing. Like it's how your brain is. You're like. It's different, man. It's just weird how we approach things and stuff. Like, and even when and he's still competing, he's still in the UFC, still competing, but still, it's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, but it's just how it is. Like, guys will be retired, and like, I'm coming back. And Matt Hamill. I heard Matt Hamill say he's making a comeback. He's probably like
Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. is perfect examples, man. Perfect examples.
I feel so bad for Roy. I'm so glad they banned the knockdowns.
We got a comment real quick from Justice St. Pierre. I just want to make sure people who are tuning in, they get involved too, because that's always fun. We get the opportunity to holler at and get an opinion from people like BB Hawk or the fucking Death Star, bro. What a dope ass. Can you imagine the high you get from fucking knocking somebody's head off and someone just calls you the Death Star after that? It's fucking crazy. Yes. How can you discredit steroid usage for excitement? But people like John have 7 decision wins in the last 8 fights. So I think what he's trying to say is like, how can you like excuse the steroid usage by saying he was excited, but the last 7 of his fights have been decisions? So that's I'm taking from that.
I never said steroids make you excited. It's exciting.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, that is my biggest gripe with John Jones, man. Because like if it weren't for that, man, like. He would undoubtedly, like, unquestionably be the fucking GOAT. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, because DC.
But again, he says like, "Oh man, I didn't take steroids. I need to get my dick hard or whatever." So I'm like, "Hey man, I just take it for what it is." I'm like, "Whatever, dude." If he says he has problems in bed, he has problems in bed. Fuck it. Like remember when Nate Diaz popped? Remember Nate Diaz popped? Remember that?
For steroids, though, it was no dick pic.
But that was
this. What was that? Jones, his lawyer or his manager, the lawyers and shit like that, they're the same one that represented Yoel when then they sued that whatever company had the tainted bats. Remember, Yoel got paid. John Jones has $10 million, right? If there actually was in some dick pills, they would have been the motherfuckers to find it. You know what I'm saying? Something would have came out with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you just positive for steroids, not dick pills. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit makes you like stronger, faster. Like, that ain't do nothing. That ain't your dick.
Think about this for a second. Imagine being the baddest man on the planet, the greatest fighter of all time, and you can't get a hard dick, bro. That's what I'm saying. But the dick ain't working. It's like,
maybe that's why someone's aggressive.
Yeah, baby, I'm the fucking baddest guy of all time. I'm the fucking man. And then like, you can't get your dick out. Like, yo, like, what's up with you? What's happening? You know what I mean?
Oh, my fucking lip.
You can't have both. You can't be a fucking ninja and be able to fuck who you want.
Fuck y'all. My dick wasn't working, so I need to take these pills. I'm like, all right, whatever, dog. If you're willing to put that on paper, dog. Do you?
Oh,
All right,
I have a question.
my GOAT is it's.
What do you say?
Oh, go ahead.
what's your
Go ahead.
question?
Hawk.
Yeah.
No, you sure not?
I was gonna say my GOAT. I was gonna say my GOAT's Habib Nurmagomedov, man. I feel like with everyone that we spoken about on this panel, there's always like a but. You know what I'm saying? With Habib, there was no but. He was on steroids. With Habib, there was no but there was Matt Serra. You know what I'm saying? With Habib, there's not getting beat by Henry Cejudo in the rematch. You know what I'm saying?
He pulled out title fights because terrible too. He pulled out a title fight because terrible too. People act like that never fucking happened. That dude passed out trying to make weight and shit. That's the only reason we didn't see him versus Tony Ferguson. So yeah,
yeah, he was
like, yo, bro.
I would agree with Easy that
injured a lot
Khabib is the
too.
most dominant. Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
No,
Oh no, I
Habib's
was
for sure the most
saying,
dominant, bro.
and he was injured a lot in his career. That's why he didn't fight sooner for the title. He missed a lot of fights from injuries.
But when that boy fought, man, when that man fought, he was a fucking monster, bro. And in comparison, bro, like he's dominant, bro. Like fucking Justin Gaethje wrestled since he was 4. That's all we heard leading up to that fight. Oh, I wrestled my whole life. I wrestled my whole life too.
Justin Gaethje's head. I watched that fight for the first time today. Justin Gaethje didn't fight like Justin Gaethje. He fought scared to shitless, man.
Bro, it was
That
kind of
was-
right. He was running away.
Man.
He was straight up like doing this shit. Kamar, you're right, bro. I thought that too. I'm like, that's fucking Habib, bro. Putting that fucking pressure on you because you got to back up. You make space for the takedown. You know what I'm saying? Like, to defend a takedown, like, he's just that fucking great, man. And he took that triangle choke. I don't look, man. I'm a white belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he made that shit look easy as fuck, man. I was like, there's no way it's that fucking easy to do to Justin Gaethje. Like, what the fuck?
The way that he got his back off the sprawl to the back take, I was like, oh, what the fuck happened just now? And Gaethje's like, oh, fuck, shit. Like, it was just his night. It was his night to win.
One thing I want to say about
Hold
that
on.
fight.
Let me make this comment real quick. I'm sorry. Kirby Birdie, how about you fact check yourself? He said there's no reason for Habib to be in GOAT talk. He didn't even break any real records in his weight class. Habib's defended the lightweight title more than any other lightweight UFC champion ever in history.
That's not true.
Right?
That's not true.
That's a lie.
He
He just did
Nope.
defend it.
Khabib tied the
Fact check it. I'm telling you, I'll pull it up right now.
Oh, I'll fact check it, man. I always got my receipts ready.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
Anthony Pettis beat freaking 3 people at the time.
Benson Henderson.
And Bill
Henderson has
Henderson
3.
had like 4 fights.
So he has 4 title wins and 3
BJ
title defenses. No other lightweight in UFC history has that. Like
BJ
that.
Penn has 3 defenses.
What about
And
Ben Henderson?
Benson Henderson has 3 defenses. That's the UFC record.
And guess
So
what?
Khabib tied it. Khabib
Khabib
so he
really
holds the
didn't
record.
break. He didn't even break the takedown record. So
We're not talking about
he's not
takedown.
really gonna break no record.
Practice.
But he's
Come on,
talking about he
practice.
didn't break no records. He didn't break no records in the weight class. He didn't even break the lightweight record for
We talking about chips. We talking about rings. We talking about the belts.
I
He's
kind of
tied.
agree with
He's
everybody
tied
what
for
you're
most
saying. I feel like
in that division. All time.
I
And
feel
he
like
still
Khabib.
didn't break it. If anything, Benson went through a steep.
So I got
The real lightweight go Benson Henderson.
That's a blazing.
He's tied for that
blazing
record.
ninja,
That
man.
means he
You got
holds
it.
that record. He shares that record.
he was
Am I
tied for
wrong in
record,
saying
fool.
that? He
Who?
man, bro, take down.
Dang, come on.
I'm saying though, he didn't break the takedown record, even in his own division, let alone the company itself. I mean, the man scored how much on Abel, and he still didn't even break the record.
We talking about championships, man. What the?
At championships, he still doesn't break the record,
He
regardless.
dominated,
Really?
like the top,
Really?
the cream of the crop.
I
comes
like knockouts though. So like when I mean, like, don't get me wrong. As dominant as his thing was, I'm like, yeah, but yeah, you know,
So that's the thing too, like, because I thought that too, right? But the way he did it, bro, I haven't seen it before. We haven't seen it done like that before, and that's why it was interesting. Like, I remember Edson Barboza, I think it was. I was watching him get his fuck. I was like, God, fucking, I've never. You know what I'm saying, like, bro, beating the brakes off that man. He like, it was just like, I felt so. I never felt like that in a fight. Like, I like. That's the first time I was like, oh, fuck. Like, remember Peter Yan was beating the shit out of Jose Aldo? And everybody was like, oh, that ref let it go too long. That's what these fights are like all the fucking time, bro. He takes these niggas,
No. The thing is, with Khabib's fights, though, what I will say though, like, yes, like, I've never watched a Khabib fight. Then I said, like, yo, like the referee, that's a late stoppage. Like, he beats them up, but it's not like he's leaving them as badly as Jan left Aldo. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not like we're like the referee needs to jump in.
He messed Barboza up.
I mean, but the way he but he didn't finish Barboza. Like Gaethje finished Barboza. Then the way he fought Raging Owl, and I was just like, what are you doing, dog? Like, what are we doing? Like Raging Owl took that title fight on like 2 day notice.
Still give him credit for that short notice fight.
Yeah, sure.
What I will say about Khabib though is like just like my last point. What I will say about him, he is the most dominant UFC fighter of all time. I think everyone would agree with that, right? Mm-hmm. But in terms of accomplishments, I feel like he cut, like, obviously because of his dad and stuff, he cut his career short. I'm like, man, like, you could have like gone on that path of where like there was no denying that you were the GOAT, but like I just feel like there was still a few fights that were like left there for him. Michael Chandler.
People didn't get a chance to dissect him and build up plans to beat him. Remember when Anderson Silva was beating everyone, and then Chael Sonnen came and everyone said, he's going to lose to Chael Sonnen. And he beats Chael Sonnen, then they bring Chael Sonnen back again, and he has to beat Chael Sonnen. Like, that's the stuff that happened to John Jones as well. Like, he freaking had close fights with fucking Alexander Gustafsson. Then Alexander Gustafsson comes back again with the game plan to beat him. Like, no one's done that with Khabib because he hasn't been there long enough. Like, he only defended the title 3 times, then he retired. Like, so you can't. No one's even had time to like figure out what your weaknesses are yet because you've just been under the spotlight for this little bit of time, and like
he finished on top.
My argument
exactly.
To that,
I mean, like,
my argument to that, we know what Khabib does, bro. You know this is what this man does. He ain't standing banging with you. You know what I'm saying? He wants to take down. He wants to rape down your motherfucking wallet. I don't give a fuck who's watching. I'll do this in front of your daddy.
The thing is, Father Time gets everybody. And not in the sense of you getting old, it's just in the sense of when it comes to fighting, you have a certain patterns that you do, and people will pick up on your patterns and they'll adjust to them. Khabib never gave people enough of time to really pick up on his patterns at the top level, like the top guys. You know how many? I'm in the lightweight division. Do you know how many fucking lightweights there are? Like, how many fucking studs are slowly just exploding into the UFC, and all of their coaches are looking at the top guys and they're figuring out ways to beat them, et cetera, et cetera. It takes like 3 or 4 years to really put your game plan in and put it into your fire and have him be able to put it into play. Khabib never gave people that chance. He goes, I win 2 fights. I fight once every year. He fought once a year for the last 3 years. He fought 1 fight a year. Then he retired. Yeah. Like, it's just not the same. It's not the same. Like Anderson Silva was fighting all the time, 2 or 3 times a fucking year. Like, John Jones used to fight like 2 times a year and stuff. Now he's like you know, he's like, oh, pay me $1 billion or I'm not fighting. Like, now they do that shit. But before, like, GSP was fighting all the time. Like, they would build fighters up to fight him. The sport has changed. Put it that way. The sport MMA itself has changed. It's become the money game. So now people only fight when it's beneficial. It's beneficial financially for them. So it's a different sport. So like the old time goats, it's like saying the beginning when they had the tournaments and stuff, those motherfuckers were killers because they fight 5 times in one night and shit. Like, that's some real gangster shit. Like, so it's really hard to compete. It's just because the sport itself is changing. It's more of a entertainment sport than anything now. Believe me, like, I'm trying to figure out ways to make me stick out, like put my dick out after my fight or some shit, because people don't care if you fight good anymore. You gotta do different shit, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey,
real
if I
shit.
can
Look
add
at a
on
guy
to
like
that,
Covington. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he had to jump off the deep end to make some shit pop from him, bro.
You need to pay rent.
Yeah. Yeah, one
Hey,
thing,
if I can
the
add
only
on to
person,
that.
and I know everyone talked to, but the only person that actually kind of changed my mind so far, I apologize for everyone if I'm talking too much, but when Khama brought up Anderson Silva and we were talking about greats, I say the same thing for LeBron, and Jordan. I think LeBron's the best ever, but Jordan's the greatest because what he done won't ever be done before. And I feel like Anderson Silva to the game of mixed martial arts kind of is that guy. Like, he's influences so many fucking people who've come in, like Israel Adesanya. I'm damn sure John Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in terms of greatness, like, I feel like, yeah, maybe it could be Anderson Silva, and he was always exciting.
Oh,
but go ahead, Hawk.
Yeah, last thing, like that's a great point. And really, the GOAT is really what you define as greatest. Is it wins? Is it some people? Is it like how you did it? Do you do it spectacular? Do you have all the records? So what's your criteria for GOAT?
What
For
I'd say,
me, like what you said.
I'd say at the beginning of the broadcast, I'd say it's like opinions are like buttholes. We all got one, so everyone's all gonna be different.
Yo, boys, I gotta get going. I gotta do something right now, so I'm gonna hop off. But you guys can continue. I feel bad that I have to hop off, but I gotta,
good, bro.
Yeah, nice
man.
meeting you guys,
Hey,
and I hope I talk to you guys
Asher,
soon. Eh?
share YouTube
I'll
links.
give you a follow and a sub, bro.
Yeah, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, MMA Brothers. You find, a cartoon of my face and my brother's face. That's me. And then on Instagram, MMA Brothers Pod, guys. Nice talking to you.
Awesome,
See ya.
man.
Asher, share the podcast, and I'll put your link in the description.
Okay, sounds good, brother.
Just share. I'll send it to you on YouTube. Just share Facebook or something.
Do I do it in StreamYard or on the YouTube?
I'll send you to YouTube. That's what. Share that.
Okay. All right. Thanks, brother.
Right.
See ya.
Fuck, man. Ruin my mojo, man. Somebody pick that shit up. What?
One thing I was saying, yo, and the whole dude that Khabib's, 29-0. Yo, trust and believe. I don't think that's nothing to sneeze at. But it's like the Floyd Mayweather debate. Do I think Floyd's the greatest because he never lost? Nah. Sometimes I feel like those losses add to your greatness. Why was GSP so great? Because he lost to Matt Hughes, and then he came back and beat Matt Hughes, and then he he lost focus a little bit. He lost to Matt Serra, but then what he come back to? Beat Matt Serra, dominated, came back, retired, and like won the middleweight title. Like I feel like losses mean something, but they're not. I don't feel like to be the GOAT you have to be undefeated.
People consider Muhammad Ali to be the GOAT. He got his ass kicked a lot, right? A lot.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't think about that. They think about what he did to come back. I mean, like the GOAT doesn't mean you're undefeated. If you're who's the best undefeated GOAT? You still go with John Jones because the motherfucker ain't lost yet.
His only loss was the fucking DQ where he was whooping ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really, I guess, defined who you like as a person too, like. But
I don't like John
if
Jones.
we're talking
I'm biased. I know I'm biased. I don't like John Jones.
Yeah.
He beat Daniel Cormier twice. I can't like him. So I know I'm biased.
My guy too.
Hey, if I can add on to what Khama was saying earlier about the fans and caring about how entertaining someone is. Right now at 155, there is a deadly assassin that nobody's talking about and that has been calling people out by the names of Charles the Bronx Oliveira. Man is on a 7-fight finish streak. He's calling for everybody and their moms, and everyone's blowing him off.
They're not even putting him anywhere. I posted on the feed the other day. I was like, so how y'all going to forget about Charles Oliveira? I'll be like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's what I thought he said.
Like,
yeah.
Man, he's evolved. He's literally like a Pokemon in real life. He's in his final form right now already.
But it's
and I believe he has the most
entertainment business, and he's not that he is entertaining, but he doesn't speak English, so he's not that marketable. Like, so it's all about where they want to put him and stuff. Like he could easily, like, the lightweight division is so fucking stacked because the top 10 guys aren't really fighting people outside of the top 10 guys. It's causing a clusterfuck for like the top 30 guys. Everyone's just slamming into each other and stuff. Like, there's like 15 guys that can easily go into the top 10 with ease, and fight guys have competitive fights, but they're not, because guys like these guys are fighting like once a year. Like, well, I'm gonna fight once a year because you can afford it. When you have that much money, you don't really need to fight 2 or 3 times a year to really prove. And then you have guys who are like on 5-fight, 6-fight win streaks and stuff. Like Bobby Green has fought 4 times this year. He's fighting this Saturday. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, after he wins this Saturday, he should truthfully be getting into a top 15. But there's already like the division's backed up. It's so fucking back. Like, every time I look at the division, I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, it's so backed up with guys because it's the way they make freaking money fights on top. It just makes it different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the featherweight division is like even like more nasty with that. Because like guy Brian Ortega was like gone for how long, and now he's about to be like the number 1 contender.
Man.
Now he is number 1 contender. Yeah, you know, 1 fight, and now he's number 1 contender. But lightweight too is just fucking crazy, man. Like, I think other than that, bantamweight is most competitive.
Bantamweight
Well,
looking
lightweight,
scary
too.
right now.
Oh yeah, I like the bantamweight.
Hell yeah, Baby Hawk, are you gonna be bantamweight when you go pro? What do you want to fight at?
I'm definitely be a flyweight. Definitely.
Flyweight,
Yeah.
young flyweight king in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Kamar, what you got up?
My
You got any
phone was
fights?
about to down me. I don't want to down me while I'm sitting here talking. It's been great. I gotta sit here and get to my baby and stuff. So thanks for
For sure,
thanks for
man.
Hey, it
having me
was
on.
great talking
Seriously,
with you, bro.
Great
awesome
Yeah,
talking
man.
to you.
Good talk. Says
Appreciate
like I
you coming
said,
on, man.
it's nothing but opinion. So like like my man made a good point. He goes, everyone has their own opinion of who they want to be the GOAT. So that's really realistic. But it was awesome talking with you guys, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for
Hey,
coming on, man. I really
Hey man,
appreciate it.
good
I gotta take off too. I got work here in the morning, fellas.
That's
I
cool, man.
appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no problem.
you right at that hour mark. It might be that magical time.
Well, it's a
Take care,
perfect
boss.
time.
I
I
appreciate
appreciate you joining us, Chris. We definitely have you back on, man. Gotta get you some better lighting and some shit too, man. Get this shit popping.
Yeah, I got you. I was in my car,
Hey,
bro.
come home,
This
black.
is
Oh,
last
what
minute. I was
laughing
at my
at? Come
girl's
home.
house.
Hey, okay. My man
invite me.
Chris
I'm
on a
always
mission.
down.
He said,
Always down to
Adrian, I'm
join,
coming
bro.
for you. That's what he's saying. All right, man. It's a perfect time to announce though. Baby Hawk and I actually have some news for the speakeasy. A little something, you know what I'm saying?
You want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll pay you to do the honors, man.
Oh man, yo, you know your boy Hope, your boy Easy, collabing, new podcast. We're gonna call it the old 1-2. You know, we're gonna talk about some MMA stuff, fighting stuff, and hopefully you guys like it. I really like what Easy does. He's a cool ass dude, and I love talking sports and shit with him, shooting the shit. So hopefully you guys like what we put out.
Hell yeah, man. If you guys are new here, I am Easy. This is the Speakeasy podcast. We are part of Speakeasy Sports. Check the merch, you know what I'm saying? The link in the bio. We got the merch, that was good. Hey, we got to collab on a shirt, bro.
Yo, you already know. Oh my, it's gonna be so dope. It's gonna be so dope.
That's what's next, man. That's the next we call experiment or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this, man. The old 1-2. And we actually want to Instagram for people to vote. Recommend that. And want me to tell them who recommended that name or
A very great man recommended it. A fearless man, a great fighter, one would say. It was me. It was me.
yes, sir, my man Baby Hawk. He recommended the name the old 1-2. I can't wait to get working on some shirts, man. I don't know if we're gonna get into details now, but earlier
sure,
we
man.
first
a lot of good content coming, guys. Like there's always fights. You know, your boy got a fight coming up, so you know we're diving a little bit of that. So we'll bring you a little bit of everything.
Hell yeah, man. And one more time for everybody that missed it or just tuned in. When's the date for that Street Beast fight?
November 14th, I got 2 fights.
2 fights?
2 fights.
Damn, how you doing like that?
You gotta end the year with a bang, man. Like I lost my last one. I don't like the taste of losing, so I've been grinding and getting back on the win streak is what I want.
Now, are you defending the microweight belt at these fights?
Yeah, I will be.
You defending the belt twice?
Yeah. I think the first one is definitely for the belt. You know, I'm gonna win that one, and then I'll put it up again. It's all good. Shout out. I know you never heard this story, but I did a Street Beast shit. I mean, I did a Street Beast fight 1 week, and then the next week I have my amateur fight.
Bro, you're crazy.
Yeah. People said it was dumb, like you could get hurt, but man, like I'm young, like I'm knock on wood, I've never been hurt, and I need experience. Like the more you fight, the better you get in. So whether it's in the streets, whether it's in a real cage, man, I'm just getting that experience. Man. I'm trying to level up.
Yeah, man. Were you banged up? Because Kamara was saying, am I saying his name wrong? Is it Kamara? I don't know if I was.
Yeah, Kamara.
All right, we have the Death Star. Did you get to hear the nickname or the story for his nickname?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I did hear the nickname.
Did you hear the story for it?
No. What was the story?
Oh, bro. He said, like, I think it was a fight, one of his first amateur fights. He knocked someone out because, like, the blood and sweat, it said, like, it was like an exploding star. Like, when he fucking, like, just knocked him. Bro, and somebody from the crowd yelled out, Death Star! or some shit like that. Which now I'm thinking about it. Maybe they yelled out World Star and just came out wrong.
Yeah, right. Death Star, I hear you.
But yeah, I was like, damn, that's fucking crazy. That's gonna be a crazy high to have. But
That's funny.
those two fights like that, were you sore? Because I fucked up my back in jiu-jitsu today, man. That shit was not fun, man. I didn't get to the last 3 rounds I sat out, man. I couldn't take it.
No, it's definitely no joke, man. Like with all this shit, it's easy to tweak some shit or anything. I won't lie. Like after one fight, dummy me, I didn't wrap my hands correctly, so I was pounding on the old dude, and my hands were a little sore. You take a couple kicks, you feel up. Even after my last Emmy fight, man. Like I don't get hurt that easy. I haven't really been hurt. No bloody noses, no broken bones, or anything like that. And I heal fast. So, like, your boy might be bruised up for a couple of days, but it's slight work, man. Like I said, like right after my face was a little sore for like 2 days, but no bruises, no damage, no hand damage. So, your boy always ready to fight.
Yeah. Now, everybody always asks me, man. I mean, I'm sure they always ask you too. They're probably asking you more than me. But they always ask if you make money on street beefs. Now, I know the answer is no. But is there a way for a baby hawk to make some bread on street beefs?
So, okay. First of all, I always gotta say this. I do not get paid for street beefs. I am an amateur. Shout out to them though. They're a good organization. They don't pay me like I can't like they don't pay me like yo, baby hawk come fight and we give you $200. But what they are doing, like they invested in me. Like they like what I've done and what I bring to the table. So they sponsor me. They pay they financially support my gym bills every month. So they don't pay me, but they help your boy out. I've won gloves, I've won jackets, mouthpieces, and like I know people like yo, I give them like millions of views and that's money or whatever. But they gave me the platform to do that, and I wanted to do that. I couldn't have did that on any other amateur promotion. So
that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, when people say that, I think they forget that about like a lot of people. I think it's good that you stay humble like that too, because like I don't know, I like building bridge rather than like breaking them. Like why not?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I get where it came from. People didn't want like they know I'm a good guy and a nice guy. They're like, yo, I don't want to see you get taken advantage of. So from their point of view, they were coming at it like with love, like yo, don't take advantage of my boy. But they just got to know I'm a big boy. I know all the risks. I weigh everything. So anything I do, it trust and believe. I feel like it's for the betterment of me.
Oh yeah. And my bad, bro. I'm trying to adjust this to the old one too. But can I make it show? No, because my dumbass hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, I might need to work on my lighting, man. I'm about to.
Shit, man. If I keep you up, because you just got jiu-jitsu too, right?
Yeah. I'm feeling real good. Yo, stepped on the scale of 136. Fucking nuts.
So what do you? Yeah. So what are you weighing in at these fights, the street beef fights?
Oh, me.
You just have to weigh in? Or you just report a weight?
Wait, what's that?
Do you have to weigh in for street beefs, or do you just report like a weight?
Well, yeah, we weigh in like just for fairness that you're not like way bigger than the people. But man, me,
Yeah.
For me to even get over 145, I have to really like try really hard. So the thing I fight at is 145 and below. So they know I'm good. And the only and to be honest, like I really don't care. Like as long as you're not fucking obviously way bigger that we can fucking see. Like most time, I don't care if you jump on the scale or not.
Yeah. Do your coaches care when you fight like back to back like that, or like in a week's time?
Yeah. So shout out to my boy, my coach John. He's awesome and everything. Good guy. Bellator fighter, about to get that belt. But he lets me know every time.
I saw that, by the way, too. He's ranked number 2.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man. We got to get him on the show.
Yeah, I would. I'll talk to him, man. He's a great guy.
Is he going to fight for the belt?
Huh?
I apologize, bro. I keep interrupting you. I was saying, is he gonna fight for the belt? Like, is that his next fight? Is for the belt?
We don't know because the next fight is actually tomorrow, Lima versus Musashi, and who knows how that go, man. Like, hope like he deserves it. He just won his last fight. He's finished almost everybody he's fought. The only person he's lost to is the former champion Lovato, who gave up the belt. So he's right there, man. He deserves the shot, and it's just we have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, you hear that about Lovato? He got some kind of crazy like brain injury.
Yeah, that's why he had to step away. He was a good dude. My coach has nothing but good things to say about him.
Yeah. Damn, that fight's tomorrow. That's fucking dope. You know what, bro? I never really like I watch Bellator if I'm reminded of it being on. You know what I'm saying? I won't like go out of my way like I do for UFC, but I feel bad because like it is dope. You know what I'm saying? There are some dope fights still. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to Nadia. She said only the real ones watch Bellator. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not she's talking about like leaving the UFC and having to go to Bellator, but she's like, I like it because like only the hardcore know like Bellator, fuck with Bellator. So like I don't have to worry about some shit fan like not knowing what the fuck they're talking about when they talk shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be somebody who is actually like knowledgeable of the sport, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, and that's what I love it. And like the UFC, shout out to you, they do a great job of promoting it as we're the only, company that matters. They do a great job of that. People buy into it. Shout out to them. But anybody will tell you, my coach is over at Bellator. There's multiple world champions from the UFC who went over to Bellator. Like it's a great organization. I like it because I could sound like a snob because I'm like, well, I know about Bellator. So.
That's true though. Bro, yes, I do that shit. When I was like first started fighting, or not fighting, fucking doing jiu-jitsu, I'm like, my boy Marcus is an MMA fighter. Fucking yeah. That's just fun, bro. I can't wait till like I get healthy and back in shape, bro. Because I do want to do a tournament, man. Like,
hell yeah, bro.
Shit, bro. I was getting pumped, man. Bro, we should do Pans next year.
I would definitely do that, man.
Bro, that'd be dope as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
We should do
super easy to get in shape.
What's that the super big one? What's that? My coach one. It's not what's the biggest? He's gonna hate me.
Somebody comment. Let us know who the fuck we're trying to think of.
Big jiu-jitsu tournament? All my jiu-jitsu people are gonna be like, "Yo, you a fraud."
Legends. Oh, I think he's commenting about us. Oh, wait, bro, if you're watching, bro, you might be a little late, man. We probably enjoy that we're talking about jiu-jitsu. That's a cool dude I just met on Instagram. White belt MMA. He does podcast too, though. Pan Ams. Yeah, bro. Should we getting serious out here? Is that what you're talking about? We talking about Pan Ams?
Yeah, Pan Ams and the other one. Not Naga. I keep wanting to say Naga, but it's not Naga. It's
okay, we'll think.
What's the one that Jacare won about 80 cc or 80?
Oh yeah, ACC or some shit.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Dude, I would love to see that shit, man. See how good.
Hell yeah. Hey, white belt, bro, you gotta come too, man. White belt MMA.
Yeah, we can record that shit.
Yeah, man, bro. You have to meet my jiu-jitsu coach too, man. He's from Brazil. His name's Mateus. Bro, I don't know, bro. I love this guy, bro. Because like, I don't have a lot of like now that I'm out of school and I don't really like work with any guys from like other like cultures or countries. It's just so like I don't know. They're on a whole different like wave than like a lot like I am as an American. But it's dope. I fuck with it so heavy. Like my man, he's just crazy. He's a black belt too. Like. This motherfucker kill people, bro. I swear to God, man. Like, the way you describe shit, bro. Like, I had other professors or teachers, and they're like, you do like this, and you just make sure you're punching it through. He's like, you want to kill him. He's like, fucking like, if you don't do this, he won't die. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga's like, about it. Like, shit.
Old school.
Yeah, man. Fuck, man. It's getting late. I do got a baby upstairs, but was anything you wanted to touch on? Yeah, boy, he's a papa bear. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, I do want to ask you this. As a father, I want my son to be a badass like Baby Hulk. Would you put your son in jiu-jitsu first at the age of 4 or wrestling at the age of 4?
Oh, dude, I love jiu-jitsu, but always and forever going to be a wrestler. As soon as he can, properly stand, we'll get him on the mat. He's going to have a little cauliflower ear. Like, in it.
Oh, you gonna give my baby a cauliflower ear, man? No,
just
you gotta be
a
pretty.
little bit. They were, so just the other kids at the playground know his stuff. But dude, a little tangent, man. Wrestling changed my life so much, man. Like, I went from somebody who wasn't confident at all, like not healthy, definitely didn't have any muscles or any shit like that. Man, it's such a hard sport, and then a lot of the times it's almost I won't say unrewarding, but you don't see the payoff soon. It's almost like farming, man. You gotta put so much work in it, and it might not happen when you want it. You don't see the results, but one day, you see the little plant and it grows. So it just put your head down, grind. Like, I take that mindset into work, into the life, any aspect of my life. I'm like, you gotta grind it out. You gotta fucking one foot in front of the other, and you gotta just keep hitting it, and every day do it. Get that work. So
That's
definitely
real
put my
shit,
little.
bro. That was encouraging as fuck. Oh, goddamn, with the heat on the first episode, though. 0-1-2 in this motherfucking dog. Ow! Hold on, was that a 3-piece though? You just threw a 3-piece.
Yeah. My bad.
Hey, is that how we should spell it? You see how it is on the screen right now?
The old 1-2. I like
We
it.
want the old 1-2. Which one?
The old ones. I think old, like the old ones. I like the old
Like
one.
D as in like dog or E as in ecstasy?
You can do the E. Leave the E.
Lee, the old 1-2, baby.
The old 2, old 1-2. But
man.
yes, man, it was awesome talking to you, yo. You are a great guy. You are fucking killing this shit, and like I love the work ethic. I only fuck with people who want to work hard and better themselves. And I know my boy Easy is on that time. So love doing this. Gonna love talking MMA with you guys, and if we can make a couple of you guys laugh and you enjoy it, and we're doing our job.
Hey, bro, that's like honestly like people like. Why you start a podcast? Like every fucking celebrity got a podcast, right? But it's like I like this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to talk to Khama or Worthy, or like when I got the opportunity to talk to you? And now I'm fucking literally boys with Baby Hawk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, bro, this guy's interesting. And I like fucking like here we are, fucking the whole podcast. Like, it's my fucking boy. He whoops my fucking ass in UFC 3, man. God damn, bro. You're a good friend. You gotta let me win one time, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you. You gonna turn on the stream and you gonna go like 14-0. I'm like, yo.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. I forgot we got that stream too. Bro, I'm gonna change the stream name to 0-1-2.
The 0-1-2?
Some shit. Or nah. I'm gonna leave it like that. You get yours, we'll stream it when we fucking play. And you whoop my look, man, I'm making it get UFC 4, so it's a fresh start for both of us, man. And I have a chance.
Okay. I am. He knows I do not like UFC 4. I think it is trash. But if my boy is for real, I will bite the bullet and get that bullshit and play with him.
Yes. Yes. All right, you know what? First things first, we're gonna get you a mic.
Oh yeah, I got it. You don't like the little earphones?
No, you're good actually. I can hear you perfectly. So actually, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to get a mic.
No, but for I want to get the whole like setup. I know you got the mic and you got the fucking jerseys behind you. I need some cool shit behind me. Brother, like,
hey, man.
Baby got the fucking covers in the background.
Pretty sure it's gonna be an 0-1-2. Shirt.
Constantly I'm gonna have all the shirts. I'm gonna have mine, yours, and ours. Wow, that shit gonna be so badass.
Yeah, we gotta collab on that. You know what? Once we get if we make some dope ass 0-1-2 shirts, then that pays for your mic, and that's gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna pay for all that shit. That's what this is. Hey, shout out to everybody bought Speakeasy merch. We got the shit, bro. I'm telling you guys. We're just making it, and we gonna have this shit delivered this week. Actually,
I'm about to say, man, he already know I'm buying one for the homie.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, look, man. We'll collab on ours. Don't even worry about buying them. We'll collab on ours.
No, I definitely. I know we're gonna do ours. But I definitely want those. Those shits are sick.
Hell yeah. Look, we got a fourth listener. Fuck, man. I'm trying to go, motherfuckers. tuning in. I feel
Yeah,
like
we
I
gotta go, guys. Like, it was so awesome. We're gonna get back to you with a regular schedule, and no matter what, we're gonna stick to that shit. Even if I'm tired as fuck or hurt up or anything, we're gonna make that shit happen.
show, man. Like for real, I've been like just like I just do my shit whenever, man. But I gotta get on schedule because I'm on these work meetings all the time. I was like, you got a time block. It's the most
Schedule is
and
very
but
important.
these some rich ass motherfuckers tell me to do it, so I'm gonna listen to them full time, and we'll get a you know what I'm saying a reoccurring day of the week. But all right, Hawk, man, I'm about to let
All right,
you dip
boys.
out. I'm about to dip
Enjoy
out. Hey,
your
shout
night.
out to everybody tuned in. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Find us on Instagram. Follow Baby Hawk on Instagram. And yeah, I'll put all that shit in the description when I edit the video.
Howdy.
I'm still just pressing buttons, y'all. Peace out. Hey, shout out to White Belt MMA if you're listening. I want to shout out to the MMA Debating Group. They are on Facebook, like they said. Shout out, man, White Belt one more game. I'm about to get him on the show one day. Shout out to Kirby with the fucking dopest comment, bro. I only had to pay him $5 to put this on. Loving this podcast, though. It's called the 012, man. We'll be doing this. We don't know what day. It's going to be Baby Hawk and myself, but we're going to be doing it. And who else tapped in? Oh, Kamar Worthy tapped in, bro, with some heat. My man Chris from MDG, my man Jalen. My boy Ash from MMA Brothers. He was on too. But thanks you everybody for tuning in, and make sure to hit subscribe. You can check us out everywhere else.